Yo, what? Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Halia Sensei of the Blur Cartel. We here, we live. What it sound like podcast? I mean, on a Monday, your boy's here. Happy 4 months to my son. He's over there. He's sleeping. You know, my youngin is asleep. Restream is acting crazy today, and it's not letting my co-host sign in for some reason. So, yeah, I mean, they may be here, they may not. Matter of fact, they are here.
The fuck happened?
They
Are we
are.
live too? Oh, that's crazy. Hey, fuck it. We gonna get it from this position. I'm on my bed, yo. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, I went back onto the tab. It just said join stream randomly. It just said join stream when prior to was talking about logging in. I don't get it.
well, here we are. We here. Conman's in the building.
No, what's
Yeah,
happening?
man.
I'm sorry if this look unprofessional, y'all, but hey, it is what it is. It's a fluke. It's a fluke day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Restream is on some shit right now. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this joint, not letting people sign in and all that stuff. Like, it's crazy. But you know, we here fresh off of that interview we had. Shout out to Adasa for coming through.
Shout out to Adasa. That was a good ass John. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a hell of a good interview. Make sure y'all go check that out on the What It Sound Like page. Also the Tapping No Cabin.
Nah, just do it on the What It Sound Like.
It's up on the YouTube right now. So excuse me. Go and check that out, man. It was a solid interview. We had a good conversation. Got a lot of questions. Got a lot of answers off in an hour. You know what I mean? And it was a good joint. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all go check that joint out. You know?
Yeah. Now that I heard her in the back, it sounded like she had a good time too.
Oh yeah, it's she enjoyed herself. I think so. But you know, we here. Light episode today. Yeah, I mean,
Light word.
You know, it's a lot of stuff. A few things we can talk about. Yeah, I mean. Also, I want to say, shout out to Dre, shout out to Snoop. Yeah, I mean, they just dropped the album called Missionary, but they also got the cover Complex. So, you know, Dre and Snoop.
They just dropped?
Yeah, the album just came out, I think, like, on Friday.
Hey, on GP, I'm just adding it. On GP, I'm just adding it, bro.
Yeah, it dropped there on the 13th. Yeah, I mean, 16 songs. Who they got Janae Aiko on here, BJ the Chicago Kids on here, Method Man.
I fuck with him, bro.
They got Method Man on this joint, 50 and Eminem on here. You know what I mean? They got some, you know.
You listen to it?
I listened to the first couple tracks. I ain't finished the whole album yet. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna finish it on my drive to work tonight. You know what I mean? Finish it. But yeah, I mean, from the first couple drums I heard, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I mean, we'll see if it gets better.
The cover looks saucy.
Yeah, the cover. I mean, the cover is the bid to me. You know what I mean, because it's a whole condom. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna finish it though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna finish this joint. See what it sound like. Oh yeah. Remember, if you got the list for me, send it to me so I can.
I already sent you a couple. I sent you like 1 C5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got 2 more right now. I'm gonna get the other 2.
Just if you can, just write it out for me.
I can do that too.
Yeah, because I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put it on a graphic.
All right.
Yeah. So just write them.
6,
just write
7,
them down.
I need 3 more.
Yeah. But you could do that.
I ain't got the songs, but I only got the albums.
It's
a lot to get last minute, huh?
No, it's cool if you just got albums. Just write them all down send them to me in the messenger, and then I'm a.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
All right, what else we got? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, also DMX just released
The
the state of
DMX
DMX.
just released.
DMX estate releases a statement because he just dropped the estate just dropped the prayer album. You know what I mean? It's a so DMX knew God was using him to reach people, though at times he could not understand why he was chosen to do so or why he was special. Still, he prayed. Let us pray. Chapter X is a collection of DMX's prayers, an opportunity for you to hear Earl Simmons' words from the heart. When you hear his voice and prayers in this project, we hope you feel him speaking directly to you as we do. X, speak to our souls and let us pray. You know what I mean? Desiree Lindstrom and Sasha Simmons, the stick. You know, so that's from the state of DMX. They dropped the album of prayers. It's a prayer album. So, you know what I mean? If you need some prayer in your life, you need to hear the word of God. You know what I mean? DMX got some prayers for you. You know what I mean? So go check that out. If you need the word to touch you. You know what I mean?
Fuck with that.
Shout out to DMX. Shout out to the state.
Y'all need some God in y'all lives.
Definitely. A lot of y'all need God.
Listen to that Dasa album. What's it called? Something about all in Jesus, I think. I want to say something like that. So yeah, listen to that. She got a good album.
Yes, sir. The Carol of Christ.
Oh, that's a different one. But yeah, that one too.
Listen to that drum. But yeah, shout out to DMX and them. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to Beyonce. Billboard top country female artist. She wins it. Even though the CMAs disrespected her, of course. You know what I mean? But at least Billboard didn't. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Y'all got a score right here. But yeah, shout out to Beyonce right there. Also, Drake and Kendrick, reportedly, they have, during the beef, they've made 15 million.
That's crazy.
The beef has generated $15 million in revenue, but not like us, of course, generating the most revenue of 7.6 million, followed by Like That. And then you have Family Matters, Push Ups, Meet the Grams, and Euphoria.
I don't get it. I don't get how Drake shit went up. I'm gonna keep it a band. I don't understand it. I can't. Yeah, those
That's crazy.
That ain't good.
Meet the Grams.
I know what you said, bro. I get it. I don't feel it.
Definitely. I thought Euphoria would have been way higher than that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like Euphoria was the best song to come out of all of it.
To keep it, I don't know. Meet the Grams was pretty high tier for me. Like, I can understand Night Like Us and Like That being the top two, of course, because those are the bangers. But Meet the Grams definitely is superseding Family Matters and Push Ups off the rip. Like that's literally what neutralized the superpowers.
The superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. Euphoria. Touchdown? Let's go, Falcon. Finally. God damn. But yeah, Kendrick and them made 15 mil. Shout out to Kendrick.
Yeah.
Also, no, we'll get to that in a second.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, Andre 3000 in a new recent interview admits that he and Big Boy are further away than ever from releasing a new Outkast album.
Away.
You know what I mean? This is Outkast. New Outkast album is probably never going to happen. I think we, as music fans, as much as we want it to happen, like, we want this album to happen just as much as niggas wanted the Drake and Kendrick. I mean, the J. Cole and Kendrick joint to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just, you know what I mean? It's a pipe dream. It's not going to go down. You know what I mean? We just gotta enjoy what Outkast gave us. You know what I mean, give Big Boy and Andre their flowers continuously for what they did as being one of the greatest hip hop duos of all time. But I just feel like in 2024, even if they did release a new album, even in 2025, my bad, because we literally like 2 weeks away. But in 2025, are we even going to be hyped for an Outkast album for real? For real?
I think
Is an
so.
Outkast album going to hit like that in 2025?
I think so.
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just feel like, you know what I mean, we got what we was going to get from them too, and it's cool. Like if we don't get another album, you know what I mean, it's okay. Like it's all right.
That's cool.
Like Andre and Big Boy are still legends. They're always going to be legends in hip hop in Atlanta, all that. Yeah, you know I mean, I don't think another album is going to do anything for their legacy that they haven't already done. Like, you feel me?
Right.
But it will still be good to see though, because you know what I mean, just like Andre said, my thing with Andre, remember we talked about it last time when he said it's nothing new for him to rap about and all that. And we just seen folks in his age range drop albums that was fire. Like Nas is still dropping fire projects. LL Cool J just had one of the best rap albums of the year this year. You know what I mean? Ice Cube just dropped a solid project. Like, you know what I mean, it's still, you know what I mean, just because you old, that don't mean you can't crank out no good shit. Like, I mean, if you know how to rap and you know how to make music, you know how to make music. Like,
right.
You know what I mean, people that know what good music sound like is going to listen to it. So,
right.
but you know, we'll see. Speaking of Outkast, though, hey y'all, 10 million units sold. It's a diamond single now, so 10 million units. You know what I mean? It went platinum in November of 06 and is now certified diamond December 13th, 2024. So, you know what I mean? 10 million units sold for Hey Ya Outkast. You know what I mean? Shout out to Andre for that one. You know, another banger. And then let's get into some other stuff, some more messier news. You know what I mean? You know. So one of the most prominent black couples out there, everybody was, you know, celebrating their love. You know what I mean? A lot of people said they moved away from that Jada and Will love. You know what I mean? They wanted that Remy, they wanted that Papoose and Remy love. You know what I mean?
I don't want that no more either.
Yeah, they don't want that no more either. You know what I mean? That shit is over with. That shit is dead.
I mean, we laughing, but it's really sad though to keep it a band.
It is sad. It is sad, but it's over with. You know what I mean? But Papoose and Remy was, you know, had social media going crazy over the weekend. You know what I mean? Going back and forth with some posts. You know what I mean? You had so basically this all started, you know what I mean, Papoose and Remy still married legally. You know what I mean? Still married legally. But while they were still married, Remy decided to step out with Philadelphia battle rapper Easy to Block Captain. You know what I mean? And
has that ever been confirmed, or is that just rumored still?
No, it's been confirmed. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's just, you know what I mean, look at him there posing under the Christmas tree. That shit definitely confirmed. You know what I mean? But Easy and Remy, you know what I mean, decided to, you know, step out. Of course, we heard what happened. Papoose steps to Easy, knocks him out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Rightfully so.
You know, Remy saying that's cap, that didn't happen. Papoose said it did happen. Easy to Block Captain got on the internet saying something like it did kind of happen, and he called Papoose multiple times so they could run the fade. You know what I mean?
Stop it. You already got knocked out, bro.
Right. You know what I mean? If Bull already creased you, it ain't no point.
It's good.
And you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna knock you out and then you call my phone like, yo, let's run it back. Like, nah, nigga, you lost.
That's it.
You lost already. Like, I beat your ass already.
It's done.
Like, it ain't no get back for you, nigga. You
ain't no round two.
Like, yeah, what Kendrick say? Ain't no round two.
Ain't no
You know what I mean?
round two.
But yeah, so but on the outside looking in for this situation, broski, as you said, even though we was laughing, it
I didn't
is
even know that was. I didn't even know that was Pap in there. You feel me? But that's crazy. I mean, not Pap, but Easy the
easy
Block Captain. That's crazy. Under the Christmas tree. That's
under the
crazy.
tree.
That's crazy.
So
I ain't
according
gonna lie.
so
That's a step down, bro. That's a step down for Remy, bro. I think that's why she really tight, bro. For I don't know if you're gonna transition to Pat and what he got going on. Is you doing that before I jump the gun?
no, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So like, I think that's why she hot. You feel me? This is why I'm hot because Clarissa, you feel me? Shields, that's a step up for Pat. You feel what I'm saying? Like he went from Remy to Clarissa. You feel me? World champion. You feel me? That got a movie coming out that beat your ass. Now you step down to a nigga that he done already done knocked out. So you took 2 L's for real. he took 2 L's, bro. Like not only is the nigga that you chose up with not on Pap's level, but now he chose up with a new girl and you not on her level. So it's like, yeah, bro. It's yeah. And then you took a triple L if we talking about the Geechee battle. So it's like
Definitely. Hey Papoose. That's how you talk to your bitch.
in
Yeah,
her
that
face
one.
at that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
she was Remy was sick. But what you expect though, you know what I mean? What you expect? It's battle rap and then it's Geechee. You know him.
It's
I mean,
Geech.
you know he was gonna say some shit about it. You knew it.
Especially because that nigga, that's what it made it up. Remember that nigga, Easy the Block Captain was trying to be disrespectful and trying to go too crazy. And he said, okay, y'all niggas done got me in that disrespectful bag. I was trying to just, you feel me, be cool, but that's what y'all want. All right. Yeah, and he said it during the battle. He was like, I was all right. And he took it there. So niggas from Cali keep trying to tell niggas, bro. Niggas be like, bro, I'm not trying to be that nigga, bro, but y'all niggas keep push, touch, like poking the bear, nigga. Like niggas don't do disrespect like California niggas, bro. Like if you want to go there, we can go there.
Right.
I promise that's something you don't want to do.
I mean, Kendrick told y'all. You know what I mean? If you take it there, I'm taking it further.
Man.
That's something you don't want to do.
But yeah, man. That was that's a sad overall. I know we laughing about it, but sadly, man, all the black empowered relationships that we looked up to growing up, man, is all being
They crumbling.
They crumbling, bro. Like even I think it's Tia Mowry, like her situation over with. Like I can't think of one black couple that we was like, oh yeah, this is the goal to even aspire
Right.
to anymore. You
Only
know what I'm
hope we
saying?
got now is Barack and Michelle.
Man, I hope they don't get in the media. Like,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I hope they don't come out with no type of, you feel me, relationship shit. I keep y'all shit private. I don't want to know nothing.
right. Speaking of, another couple that's a lot of black people fuck with, but it's one person in particular that's in the news right now. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah,
Jay
your
Z, you
man.
know what I mean?
They got your mans.
They got your mans on them charges. You know what I mean? But a woman who said at 13, 24 years ago, she it's a lot it's a lot to unpack with this John, bro. Like Shorty, 13 years old, says that she snuck out the house from wherever she lives. She snuck out. A friend drove her all the way to Radio City Music Hall to go to the VMAs, which is crazy. No 13-year-old is getting into the VMAs. Let's just say that right now. Or Radio City Music Hall at that. You know what I mean? But they drove her down there. Now she says she didn't get in the VMAs, so she stayed outside to watch the concert on some huge screen outside. You know what I mean? And then she says while she's watching the concert, one of Diddy's drivers She goes to the limo area. 13-year-old girl. One of Diddy's drivers
Mm-hmm.
say, "Hey, I mean, you're Diddy's type. I mean, you know, he likes girls like you. So I'm gonna pick you up and take you to the after party. I mean, after I drop Diddy and his whole entourage off and all that stuff, I'm gonna spin back and come pick you up and take you to the party. I mean, so she says that happens. She gets to the party, blah blah blah. I mean, she's in the party. She's drunk. She's doing this. She says she's drunk. She stumbles to a room by herself. Nobody's in the room. She stumbles in there. She's laid out on the bed, and she says as she's laid out on the bed, allegedly, Sean Combs and Sean Carter, Puffy and Jay-Z come into the room with another woman. They have her, this 13-year-old girl, sign an NDA, which you can't do. I mean, because as a 13-year-old, you can't give consent for yourself. Your parents have to do that. But they make her sign the NDA with this other woman in the room. I mean, this unknown celebrity woman that's with them. I mean, she's laying down on the bed. Allegedly, Jay-Z forces herself upon the young woman. I mean, she punches him off. She runs out of the room, gets dressed, leaves the party without nobody noticing, goes to a gas station. The gas station attendee clearly sees that she's distraught, she's bewildered, messed up. So the gas station attendee gets her help. Then she says she calls her father, who lived 5 hours away from the party location he was at. He drove 5 hours to this gas station to pick her up, take her home. They didn't say nothing during the car ride. She said her dad didn't ask her no questions. She didn't say anything. He just drove her back home for 5 hours in silence. You know what I mean? And then when she gave her interview recently on NBC News, where she's, where there was a lot of inconsistencies in the story, the father comes out and says he has no recollection of ever picking his daughter up and taking a 5-hour drive. So, I mean, this is the situation we in right now. This person is accusing Jay-Z and Diddy of sexual assault. I mean? And there's just a whole lot of inconsistencies within the story to poke holes in. There's, it's coming out that whatever party she was at, Jay-Z and Diddy wasn't even on that side of town that night. They were at a completely different party. I mean, she said she spoke to a individual, somebody, I forgot what group they was in, some rock star from a group she spoke to, and this person was on tour at the time. He wasn't even at the VMAs. I mean, but she's, so yeah, it's just a whole lot of goofy stuff. I mean, whole lot of goofy stuff. And then you had Beyonce's mom. She had liked the post about Jay-Z being named in the lawsuit. She comes out saying that her page was hacked. I mean, that she didn't like it. She was hacked, and Jay-Z's lawyer, he asked the judge to expedite the dismissal of the lawsuit, which they probably will, because I don't think it's no, Also, NFL says Jay-Z's partnership remains unchanged. I mean, I'm pretty sure the NFL doing their due diligence into the situation, and they can see that. I mean, this is just a baseless claim with nothing behind it. Because my whole thing is with this, and we'll get into it further, but we'll read Jay-Z's statement. He said, today's investigative report proves this attorney, and the attorney for this woman is Tony Busby. I mean, he takes a lot of these type of outlandish cases. But today's investigation proves this attorney Busby filed a false complaint against me in pursuit of money and fame. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Yeah, I mean, that's a statement from Jay-Z himself. You know what I
Mm,
mean? My thing is this. Like, the only way this can be proven true is if there's some type of DNA evidence. You know what I mean?
mm,
Because number one, there's what witness does she have that can corroborate the story that they did this to her? You know what I
mm,
mean? Because according to her, it was just her, Jay Z, Diddy, and some other unnamed woman. So we don't know who
mm,
this other unnamed celebrity woman is. And is
mm,
she going to come out and say, hey, yeah, they did this? And then incriminate
mm,
herself as well? I don't think so. You know what I mean?
mm.
And then the whole signing of the NDA thing. You 13, you can't sign an NDA. You know what I mean? And then also, what witness, what witness can you put up on the stand if this? Because from what I heard, she wants a jury trial and everything. So, what witness can you put on the stand that's going to tell the jury in the court that yeah, I was there and I witnessed this whole thing? You know what I mean? I saw this go down. You know what I mean? Like it got to be concrete evidence that this happened. You know what I mean? The incident has to like there has to be evidence that the incident happened. You know what I mean, like I said, if there's DNA evidence, then hey, ain't shit they can do. The DNA is right there. You lost. But from what I've heard and from what I've read, all the inconsistencies in the story and stuff that just don't add up. This is just sounds like somebody's trying to get some cash, basically.
Cash grab.
It's just basically a cash grab because I mean, it's because as a I'm a father. I don't have a daughter, but I know just as a father, period, or just as somebody with a sister, you know what I mean, or a cousin that's
You
13,
gonna ask some questions. You gonna remember that 5 hour car ride.
right? You know what I mean? You're not gonna pick your daughter, your sister, whoever up from some location, and she's visibly distraught, visibly harmed, and you're not gonna ask no questions. And then if that's your daughter, 13 years old, she can't file any criminal. She can't file no charges at 13. She can't go to the law and say I want to press charges. Her parents have to do that. You know what I mean? So 13 years old, you knew your daughter was assaulted by two of the biggest motherfuckers in music, and you didn't raise hell about it. You know what I mean? You ain't raised hell about it at that point in time.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a band. As far as speaking about what parents would do in that situation, I'm not gonna give too much merit to like, oh, what a father would do compared to what a lot of motherfuckers fail to do in reality of these situations, even in discussion to the Drake situation. There was a young lady who came out about, oh yeah, when he kissed me on stage, it wasn't a big deal. My father was there in concert. He was okay with the situation. We never was, had an issue with it. So she was underage as well. No, not 13. She was 17. But the whole thing about it was you was underage and it was a grown man who was touching on you, filling up on you, kissing on you on stage publicly in front of everybody, in front of your father, and apparently that was never an issue. And we hear cases like this all the time with Justin Bieber's parents and all types of shit. So who's to say what parents would do in that situation? So I'm not going to sit here and say that discredits what that person's saying. Agree that there is a lot of things going on with the case, saying that it doesn't sound like it's a factual situation, that it could be a cash grab. But to Mal's point, saying that when somebody calls victim to these situations that you should believe them, I'm not going to say that I agree that every person who claims the situation should be believed, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and just say there is no merit to what this person is claiming. And I can only say I hope that it didn't. Not to say that, I hope that she doesn't get some type of support, but I'm saying I hope that these egregious things aren't true, that somebody wasn't harmed in that fashion at that age.
Right. Yeah, of course. We don't nobody condones that type of actions against a 13-year-old girl. But
Right.
also, you know what I mean, if you know a lie, you know a lie. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my whole thing. Like, if them niggas did it, then yeah, throw the book at them. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
You know, if they did it, I will come on the same platform and say, fuck them niggas. They deserve whatever jail time they get if it happened. But
Right.
from what I've read and the stuff that I deduced
I get
from
you.
all the facts that I've gathered, it just doesn't sound like a factual story. Like
Right.
it's a lot of things. Like I know that 1+1 = 2. I mean, in this situation, 1+, it's like 1+1 is equaling 15 in this joint. Like it don't make sense. Like you know what I mean, it's a lot of shit that just don't add up. You know what I mean, the right way. You know what I mean, and then one of the biggest corroborators of the story is saying they have no recollection of said event of picking somebody up and driving 5 hours. Then you know what I mean. But you know, we'll see what happens. I don't think this case is going to trial like at all. I think this will probably be dismissed soon. You know,
Mhm.
but if it does go to trial, hey, you know what I
I,
mean?
I also want to say I don't put nothing past Diddy or Jay-Z. I'm gonna keep it a
Yeah, I don't
band.
put nothing past
I
nobody.
don't
You know
put
what I mean?
nothing past them. You feel me? I'm not saying even with this case saying if it's true or not. I'm not saying that they might be, you know what I mean, innocent in any other cases that may come up, but this just may not be the good
Yeah.
starter case to
Listen,
get it.
they may be, you know, without fault in this situation, but
Right, exactly.
there's probably other situations where they did do some nut shit.
Right,
You know what I mean? And this may just open the door for those other situations to come to light. You know what I mean?
exactly.
But I just feel like this particular situation did not happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like it's one of those situations where you see somebody already being sued, already in the public eye for some bullshit. So it's like, let me add something in, you know what I mean? So I can get some type of, you know, traction going, so I can get some type of money. You know what I mean? People do
Right.
it. We see people do it all the time. You know what I
Right.
mean? They hop on the cases where, you know what I mean, they might have encountered a person one time and it wasn't even on the type time they was talking about. You know what I mean? They could have been on some passerby type of shit, but it's like, oh, let me make up some shit. Like the whole, you know what I mean, when the whole even the whole situation with Usher with the herpes and all that shit. And
Mm-hmm.
then the one John came out and said, you know, Usher gave her the herp, and we all looked at her and was like, I'm pretty sure Usher Usher wasn't, yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, feeding you cherries. I'm just we just gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure you
You're
wasn't one
stupid,
of,
bro.
you know what I mean? But people do that shit though. You know what I mean? They just hop on some shit and just, you know, so they can try to gain some type of notoriety or some type of, you know, money off it. And
Right.
that's why he said what he said in the statement. Like, you know what I mean, you know, this is a false complaint in the pursuit of money and fame. You know what I mean? So I'm I feel like if you know you're innocent and you got lawyers that can prove your innocence, you know what I mean, put them lawyers to work. Put your money to work for you. You know
Right.
what I mean? You know, they can prove your innocence. They can prove you ain't do the BS, then hey, let them prove it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And if, you know, this comes out as like it was false, then everybody that was, you know, involved in reporting these false claims and going through with it need to face some type of punishment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I also want to say just because Jay-Z pushed for criminal charges versus then, you know, like being sued, I don't think that that was more so proving that he's innocent. I think that that is evident that okay, the same way that the Diddy shit situation happened when he was just being sued and he paid the shit and he like, oh okay, boom, let me get this under the rug so it doesn't go too crazy in the public. Let me just pay whatever I'm sued. Okay, cool. Now that opened up the door to everything else. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's a open door to then get people on criminal charges. So he's like, oh, okay, well, if I'm going to spend all this money on lawyering up and defending myself anyways, let's get straight there. Like, let's go straight there and not do all this suit shit. You feel me? Like, just go ahead and get me for the real shit so I can spend all my money that way. You feel me? So who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, but you know, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be hard to prove, man. Something that happened that long ago with no,
Yeah.
more than likely, no camera evidence. You know what I'm saying? You already said there's no witnesses. So as far as we know, you were 13. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot to digest. So
Right.
that's a you feel me? That's a
Right.
Hail Mary, but you feel me? You hey, if it happened to you, good luck, and I hope you get justice.
But yeah, you know, hopefully justice comes for the rightful person that deserves
Right.
it. But you know, let's get into a little something real quick. I got so Welcome to Hollywood is back tomorrow. I just want to tell you all that. Welcome to
Finally.
Hollywood is back tomorrow. I'm doing my top 25 albums of 2024. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all check that one out tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one. But for now, I got my top 10, you know what I mean, songs of 2024. You know what I
Excuse
mean?
me.
And our top 10 albums. So you'll get to see the top 10 here. You know what I mean? But let's go to the album. I mean, to the songs first. So top 10 songs of 2024 for me, for Hollywood Sensei, hip hop and R&B. You know what I mean? Hip hop and R&B. So number one, of course, you know what I mean? Not Like Us at number one. You know what I mean? Biggest song of the year. You know what I mean? It's been played everywhere. Pop out concert, TV, sports arenas, stadiums, wherever you can think of, cookout. You know what I mean? Wherever you go, you know what I mean? The song took over the summer. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Took over the summer. You know, made a pop star go high. You know what I mean? He started making, you know,
Some
just
Delilah.
in Wagon Delilahs and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's number one. Number two, TGIF Glorilla. You know what I mean? 7 p.m. Friday, 95 degrees. You know what I mean?
He
We
got
are,
no
you
nigga.
know what I mean? That song took over. You know what I mean? After Glorilla dropped that bad Cha Cha Slide, John, she been on a roll. Like, I mean, she been on a roll. And that song is just, you know, the epitome of the role that she's been on. You know what I mean, it was possibly like her biggest joint of the year. Next, all right, hold on, I got you.
Oh, you good, bro? Do you think?
Next is Bodyguard by Beyonce. You know what I mean? Of course, Cowboy Carter dropped this year. Excuse me, goddamn. No, wrong app. Cowboy Carter dropped this year. I'm pretty sure when she performed the halftime show on Christmas, this joint is gonna be one of the joints on the list. You know what I mean, it was probably my favorite song off of the album. That's why I made the list. Number four, Like That. This is the song that basically started everything. You know what I mean? Well, first person shooter, but this is the song that steamrolled it after that. Like, you know what I mean? Once this joint
Agreed.
dropped, it was you know, it
Quick
started.
question:
What's going
Do you
on?
think that people want to see Kendrick in a negative light by trying to blame him for the division between Drake and J. Cole? Because it sounds like even though they came out with their song first, that they give all the credit to Kendrick for why the beef started. Because even with the like, even like people try to wipe away the fact that Drake was not Drake, excuse me, with J. Cole because he's this like purist or this, pacifist type rapper. People are like, oh yeah, like he chose peace, but I'm like, in the beginning that wasn't the case. Like you was throwing stones and then tried to hide your hands. Like you said, you said you feel like number one, you and no, like you feel like number one. You said that you was y'all started a league, but you feeling like Muhammad Ali. So it's like you keep saying that you're number one, but you're mentioning the other rapper in the in the lyrics of saying he's dope and he's fire, but he ain't better than me is basically what you're saying. So if you keep saying shit like that and you keep saying yo, if anybody asks me on the feature in X, Y, and Z, then you're gonna get beat or you're gonna get smoked. Okay, so cool. So it's like you are making this claim. Drake is also, you feel me, like he's writing, he's also riding with you on this shit. So it's like, okay, well, since we keep saying this shit, let's actually do it, nigga. Let's
Mm-hmm.
actually do it. And I don't think that Kendrick should be like given this like negative outlook on that he's like starting shit or he was like jealous. Like that's why the nigga called the boogeyman. If you don't call the boogeyman's name out, the boogeyman don't come. I don't get it. But do you think that do you think that people just want to see Kendrick in that light?
I'm gonna say yes and no. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like it depends on who's painting the narrative. You know what I mean? Because of course it's gonna be folks like us that know what the situation is. You know what I mean? We know where it's all coming from, what it stemmed from, and we know why he did what he did. But then there's other people who, you know, want to paint him as the villain to paint the other person as a victim. You know what I mean? You know, because they try to make Drake and J.
That's a
Cole
great point.
seem like victims in the whole situation. And it's like, I mean, y'all all in the shit. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And like Kendrick just walked up and punched both of y'all niggas in y'all face. You know what I
Right.
mean? And he been bullying y'all. And it's like, oh man, Kendrick victimizing these niggas. Like, no, y'all all was in the shit. Drake, you had your part in it. You know what I mean? You said what you said. You've been saying what you saying. You know what I mean? Since Control came out.
Right.
You know what I mean? J. Cole, you've been throwing your little subliminal joints at Kendrick for a minute now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think it was just people trying to paint the narrative to make him look like, oh, he wanted to start all this shit to make himself relevant and all this stuff, which is I feel like
It's just crazy work.
the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Like my because this is my big thing for everybody that says, oh, Kendrick only diss Drake so he could be relevant and he could drop an album and all that, so he could sell music.
Right.
Did that this is just a yes or no question? Did Good Kid, Mad City go platinum? Did it go platinum?
Yeah.
All right. To Pimp a Butterfly went platinum, right?
Right.
Damn went platinum, right?
Right.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers went platinum, right?
Right.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was the biggest, highest grossing tour by a solo hip hop artist in history, right?
Right.
Okay. So, and that all happened.
Right.
All that,
Outside the beat.
all that I just said, all occurred before Like That came out. Before not all that shit occurred before any of this shit happened. So where's this narrative come from that oh he only did all this to make himself relevant
Exactly.
when he was already relevant before this?
Right.
I mean,
And this is the part that
all
blowed
records-
me. Even if you're going off of the okay, like he's not better than Cole or he's not better than Drake. Your same favorite rappers give this nigga flowers and credit. Like the same way that y'all try to go back in history and be like, oh, well, Drake put Kendrick on. Woo. Yes, Drake did help him, further his career. But all to the credit that he's like, Kendrick is fucking fire.
Right.
He's been saying
But
this.
my thing is this: when you say that, because niggas always say, "Oh, so and so put this person on." A lot of people have put a lot of up and coming motherfuckers on their records, and they haven't took off at all.
Right.
You know what I mean,
Facts.
we
Facts.
just they had a good feature
Talk
on
about
this person's record, and we haven't heard of them since.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You had that one fire feature, nigga, and then when you try to do your own thing, you flop. Like you
flop.
Trash.
Like, yeah, Drake gave him the platform to go ahead and showcase his talent, and then he took it and he ran with it, and he made a name for himself. Kendrick stamped out his own lane. Like, yeah, Drake put him on the Take Care album. You know what I mean? But he made his own lane after that. His career is not defined by Drake.
At all.
You know what I mean?
But and let's even talk about that when it comes to Drake. It's a lot of niggas that he stopped from making it to that next level because it was a new upcoming artist that he stole literal music from and stole all their credibility. So it's like, what, like, it's a lot to talk about, and we're not trying to transition into the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I'm just letting y'all niggas. I just wanted to talk about that topic because some of these claims that y'all saying on the internet literally just has no foundation of truth. And I just wanted to like talk about like just like even just again going back into the credited stuff about your favorite rappers and what they say about Kendrick. Even J. Cole, when they did their thing, he said, "We are the big three." So when you say relevancy, nigga, if you are a J. Cole fan and J. Cole is your nigga, and J. Cole is saying, "Yo, we the big three," and he putting Kendrick Lamar in it, then guess what? That means that nigga is relevant as fuck.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, though, let's go ahead and move forward, bro. My fault for
Yeah.
the
No, you good.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
man.
Charlie, man. Thanks for being in the comments, brother. Hey, good.
Oh shit, we
I don't
got
know if you would
comments.
call that an interview, brother, but good interview with old boy today.
Shout out to Charlie. What's going on, broski? You know what I
C
mean?
Diesel, Captain Diesel, Dojo.
Well, yeah. So number 4, like that, Future Metro Kendrick, of course. Like I said, this is the song that, you know what I mean, blew up crazy. You know what I mean? Motherfuck the big three, nigga. It's just big me.
Pause
You know
right
what I
there
mean?
real quick. He said what them niggas was saying, but he just said it better. He just
Right.
had a better delivery. That's
I
it.
mean, it's just big me. You know what I mean?
It's just
Nigga bomb.
me. Go ahead.
I really like that. You know what I mean? Your best work was a light pack. You know what I mean? But yeah, Future, Metro, Kendrick, like that at 4. Number 5, $1 Million Baby. You know what I mean? We know that song was everywhere. TikTok. You know what I mean? TikTok, that joint went crazy on the radio. You know what I mean? So that's number 5. Number 6, Family Matters. Listen, I know, you know what I mean? I already said Kendrick won. We already know that. But I was always a fan of Family Matters, and I'm still a fan of the song. You know what I mean? It was a fire song. Like, you know what I mean? Drake slid on that joint. You know what I mean? It was easily his best song out of the whole joint with him and Kendrick. Easily his best joint, his best effort. You know what I mean? It was a good joint, you know. So I fucks with Family Matters. It went up, you know what I mean? The video was crazy, you know what I mean? It did numbers. Number 7, Saturn by SZA. You know what I mean? Fire song, one of my favorite SZA songs, period. You know what I mean? But that song definitely did its numbers this year. Damn, we punting again. Number 8, Red Rum, 21 Savage. You know what I mean? We know when American Dream dropped in January, that song was everywhere from TikTok, whatever reel you was on. You know what I mean? Red Rum was everywhere. Number 9, Nasty by Tinashe. You know what I mean? Another song that was everywhere. You know what I
I
mean?
didn't know you was
Especially
a
on
Tinashe fan, bro.
yeah, Tinashe, I fucks with her music. You know what I mean? She got some shit. You know what I mean? But Nasty, that Joan was everywhere. And then number 10, Euphoria. You know what I mean? To me the best
Quick
song in
question,
the diss
Charlie. If
track.
you still watching, when the fuck you coming on what it sound like, bro? You be doing your little music takes and shit. You scared, bro? You scared to
Huh?
come to what it sound like, bro? Keep it a band.
Oh,
Let us know
Charlie.
what's up.
Yeah, Charlie. I mean, you can slide. I mean, matter of fact, we gotta get Charlie in here when we do our when we do the song tournament, John. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? You know, we gotta get Charlie in here when we do our
I don't
first
know, bro.
tournament.
I think he's scared, bro.
So
I don't know.
2025, we will be in season 4.
That's
You know
crazy.
what I mean? Season 4. So, and we will have our, you know, best song tournament, and our first artist will be Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? So we're gonna take 32 of Kendrick's best songs, put them in a bracket, and we're gonna find out what song is number 1. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
But yeah, that's my top 10 songs, hip hop and R&B of 2024. You know what I mean? Let's
It's
get into
2024.
we'll go to comments list next.
I mean, this is all albums though, just to let y'all know.
Comments top albums of 2024. Take it away, brother.
All right, man. So you feel me? This is last minute. I didn't get a chance to really deep dive, digest, and what I would, you know what I mean? I put a little more feel and effort into these things, but this is like just off rip, off top of the dome, what stuck out to me. Of course, Kendrick Lamar. We keep talking about him. You gonna hear about this nigga for a long time, especially a nigga from the West. Like, you know what I mean? You call it biasness if you want to. The album is fire. Kendrick made a lot of noise this year. He definitely like deserved the trophy. He deserved the number one spot. So many albums have replay value. I appreciate the fact that there's a Latin vibe to this album, for the fact that California is a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of Latin, Hispanic influence in all of our, in the streets and the hoods. You feel what I'm saying? So love the album. Love the album. Ran it back at least 7 to 8 times already. You know what I'm saying? So, and to Adasa's point, the one that we had on here, she loves his music as well. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's not just my opinion, it's
Shout
people
out to
from the
Adoption.
South as well. You know what I mean? Dolce. I mean, what? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That album is fire, bro. Dolce is a real female rap MC, bro. Like, her artistic view and the way that she formulates her bars is just on a whole different level, bro. I haven't felt, I'm gonna keep it a band. Just these two artists alone, I feel like it's giving hip hop a revival. I feel like we haven't gotten this sound, this feel, this soul feel to music in a long time. In a long fucking time. I feel like it's been diluted by, gangster rap. I feel like it's been diluted by party rap. I feel like it's been diluted by drug rap and, numbing yourself like music. I feel like this is the first time in a long time in 2024, even if it's towards the end of 2024, where we got a soulful substance music, bro. You feel me? So like between Dolce and Kendrick, I gotta give them the one and number two spot just because they make me a fan of hip hop again. Like, of course, I'm always gonna be a fan, but if you watching what it sound like and you are a listener, been watching for a long time, I've been saying for a long time, music ain't what it used to be. Like even when we do album reviews, I'm like, I hate doing them. I'm like, this ain't what it. I don't fuck with it. So the fact that these two albums made me love hip hop, I'm like, yes, bro. Like, thank you for bringing this shit back. So yeah, Dolce, Kendrick, thank you. Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. Oh my god. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. We all across the board. Like I think my boy Zell, he was the only one who was on the fence for this album. But yeah, man, I'm glad that we convinced him to change it to a 10. It deserves nothing fucking less. The Beyonce, man. I mean, I don't even gotta tell y'all why Beyonce is a pillar in the community of music. You know what I'm saying? But even with that point being said, talking about Cowboy Carter, it was so good on so many different levels. The features was amazing. The project sounded like it was its own cinematic movie. Actually, then she come out with a concert movie that came in theaters. Like, you know what I mean? Like Beyonce just doing her thing. And I hope that Cowboy Carter do the same thing as Renaissance, I believe. It made me be proud to be, a black quote unquote American. I know that sounds weird, but as a black person, like it's hard to we have a weird relationship with America. We not treated the best, we not really treated as first class citizens. You feel me? And I feel like with this album, Beyonce pretty much stamped that we always been here. We are a part of every culture that y'all try to take us out of. We have an influence on every culture that y'all try to say we haven't been a part of. So Beyonce definitely did, as the ladies say, her big one with this one. I love this album through and through. I've given it multiple listens. And yeah, man, I hope that she does more. I actually was the album was so good it pissed me off. Like that's how good the album was. The album was so good it pissed me off. I was like, so you mean to tell me you could have been did this and we ain't heard this? Like Beyonce, you've been holding out. Let's get another one. You know what I mean? Let's get more. And we like when we did do the breakdown, like it's some other not cowboy. There's some other country black artists that we want to see on the futures. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get a part two. You know what I'm saying? Give me a part two, Beyonce. Um Doja Cat. Doja Cat did a whole 360 with this album. I'm not sure if you heard Scarlet too. It is also a more soulful sound. It is very much more intimate. It's another album of substance. And again, speaking about being a female MC, I don't give a fuck if I don't agree with the agenda the Doja Cat always comes with all her different albums, but I can never take away from her artistic like creativity, bro. Like she just
Right.
every album that she touches is fire in its own way. And I may not agree with the agenda for every album, but I can never take away the credibility that she's fired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a couple of Jones on here that I fuck with. I was just listening to it before I came on this episode. So yeah, gotta give a big shout out to Doja Cat. Lil Russell, man. I know y'all may not know a bull yet, and some of y'all still not, you feel me, on to his sound, but this is a Bay Area king. This is a dude that has been doing it big for a minute. He is independent. This man is changing like hip hop as well with positive vibes and going back to the streets in the where hip hop was built and actually talking about the things that we actually go through and the things that we actually need to aspire to. You know what I'm saying? So definitely big shout out to LaRussell. He made my number 5 spot. In the songs are bangers. You know what I'm saying? Like he just also did a Tiny Desk performance that was a 10 out of 10 performance. You know what I'm saying? Just like Dolce's. But if y'all ain't seen Tiny Desk, look at Dolce's and LaRussell's Tiny Desk. I promise you, it is fire. We gotta run another episode for Tiny Desk of 2024. Tyler the Creator. I love that Tyler the Creator did a different mature sound this year. That was fire. Going with Ab-Soul. Ab-Soul, he deserves his flowers as well. I can't wait to see him make it to the more mainstream level. They say that he's the best underground or underrated rapper, but to his point in his own lyrics, he's like, if you saying if over 200,000 people saying I'm the best underground rapper, then you lied. Because if 200,000 people is saying that I'm that fire, then I'm not really underrated. I'm actually
I'm actually
pretty,
fired.
yeah, I'm actually fire, bro. I'm not actually underrated. So I fuck with Ev. So Georgia Smith, I'm a big Georgia Smith fan. Falling or Flying was definitely a great album. Georgia Smith is a great singer and artist in general, bro. If you haven't listened to her, she performed out here in Oakland. So shout out to Georgia Smith, great artist. Also another artist who stepped away from Drake, but that's another story. Kehlani, While We Wait was another great album, another Bay Area artist. I've been saying on what it sound like for a long time that y'all sleeping on Kehlani. Y'all may not fuck with my opinion, but she is fire, and she's also a credited artist that did a feature with who was the person on your list again? Glow with Glorilla.
Oh yeah, Glorilla.
She just did a song with Glorilla. So again, your favorite artists are doing songs with the artists that I acclaim to be fire. So that's neither here nor there. And just on GP, yeah, I'm gonna keep it a band. I haven't heard the album, but on GP, because it's Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, bro, we not gonna sit here and just not give them some type of shout out. I'm not even saying it's really in my top 10. I just had to put them out there because hey, the West is out here. The West is back, man. I gotta give it to the Kingpins who really put us on the map in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they was the only ones to do it, but they are the pillars of the West sound. You feel me? So shout out to Snoop and Dr. Dre. That's my list.
Yeah, 2024 has been a good year for the West Coast. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Real good year for the West. You know what I mean? But that's Con Man's top 10 albums of 2024. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all my real quick.
My fault.
So
yeah, what do you wait real quick before we go back? Is there anyone on my list that you like? This is watery. Which one?
No, it's a solid list, to be honest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have Snoop and Dre in the top 10, but you explained why, so it's fine.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But yeah, this joint is cool. You know what I mean? Only album I haven't listened to, I think all the way, was probably the LaRussell joint. But you know what I mean? Other than that,
Get a
You know what I
listen,
mean?
bro. But me and you agree. We both like La Russell, so I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I fucks with Russell, so I'm a definitely, you know what I mean, tap into that, you know what I mean? But I'll have my full list tomorrow, top 25. I mean, you know, everybody ain't gonna see it. You know, you might forget by tonight and you know by tomorrow anyway. So, you know what I mean? But I got you my top 10,
Oh, okay. We got similar tastes.
my top 10 albums 2024. You know what I mean? You know, so number one, Cowboy Carter. You know what I mean? You know, Beyonce, to me, best album I heard all year. Still, you know, front to back. You know what I mean? I've been running that drum back all year, of course. You know what I mean? It's just y'all know how much I raved about Renaissance. I love Renaissance. It was really a renaissance. You know what I mean? When she dropped that drum. And
Real
I
talk.
like this one more than I like that one. You know what I mean? Just it was a cohesive project. You know what I mean? Everything like I could tell, you know, she put a lot of work into this drum. So number one, number two. So number one, Cowboy Carter, Beyonce. Number two, Brat, Charlie XCX. That John, I like Charlie. You know what I mean? She got a. I love her sound. I love her music. But this album right here was like just her
I haven't
best.
heard it, bro.
You know what I mean, this was literally her best project that she. It's a good John, bro. Like I really fucks with this
For
John.
it to be
Like
in your number two, it gotta be. It
you
gotta
know what I
be.
mean, it's a fire album. You know what I
I
mean?
can't believe I forgot about your number three though. That's
You know
crazy.
that album got a lot of replay value, and then the deluxe album too got. I love the joint she got with Billie Eilish. That joint is fire. Number three, Dark Times, Vince Staples. This was like, listen,
Fire,
this album right here, Vince Staples is you talking
fire.
about niggas that's underrated. You know what I mean? Or just need to be rated more. Fuck saying underrated. He just need to be talked about more. Vince
Agreed.
Staples, like Dark Times was just an excellent display of lyricism, subject matter. You know what I mean? The beats was there, like GNX at 4. You know what I mean? You know, it's Kendrick. You know what I mean? It's Kendrick. Whacked out from whacked out murals all
Fire.
the way to Gloria. The album is a slapper. It's no skips. It's no skips. You can listen to it straight through. Slaps. You know what I mean? And also, I just got word. I just seen on Twitter that Lil Wayne and Kendrick they spoke. They spoke on the phone. They. So all this beef shit that niggas was talking about is not gonna happen. Like I
I
mean,
hope not.
Wayne said him and Kendrick spoke. He congratulated him on the Super Bowl. He said he was happy for him. So all that situation's over with. You know what I mean? But GNX, like I said, whacked out murals, fucking squabble up, man at the garden, hey now, peekaboo, reincarnated, hard part 6. You know what I mean? Luther, Gloria.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Number
To
4.
Charlie, probably not watching no more, but Charlie said that you was in the chat. Charlie said that Kendrick struggles with hooks and shit like that. How you feel about that?
That he struggles with hooks?
Yeah, that he has an issue with hooks and what do you call that? It's another word like a chorus, I guess. I don't know what you
Of
call that.
course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't really see that.
I
In
don't
my,
see that either.
in my
Because I'm
opinion.
like, if it has replay value and people are like peekaboo, the you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
even if it's
Now
or huh?
I could say, does he come up with like super catchy courses? No. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you're gonna say that, then okay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I could take that, but to say that he struggles with courses and hooks, I wouldn't say that. You know what I mean? He just
Interesting.
doesn't make catchy joints that
I
you
thought,
know.
see, I'm on the opposite end. I feel like they catchy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the only reason why it's like it's a saving grace because he makes catchy hooks that
I
people
mean,
like to replay. But
right?
mm-mm.
Yeah, but it's also because of the type of lyrical content and subject matter that Kendrick gets into. So, yeah, I mean, you don't really need a
Too
catchy
much.
chorus for those type of songs. Yeah, I
I hear
mean,
what you're saying. Okay. So okay, you talked about G and X.
yeah, but number 5, We Don't Trust You, Future, Young Metro. Yeah, I mean, of course, you know what I mean, one of the best albums of this year, like that. Of course, probably the number one song of the year for some people on that album. And it's also some other fire joints on We Don't Trust You. I mean, listen, Metro Boomin just he's a prodigy when it comes to this
BBL Drizzy.
when it comes to these beats. Yeah, I mean, and
BBL Drizzy.
it was just so good to have him and Future back together on a project. So, yeah, I mean, that's number 5. Number 6, Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, I mean,
I
another
heard it
album.
was fire, bro, but I don't be listening to Sabrina, so I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah, that album slapped. Yeah, I mean, Espresso, Please, Please, Please. Yeah, I mean, a lot of bangers on that John. Short and Sweet coming in at 6. Hella replay value. Yeah, I mean, I fucks with Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, I mean, I was listening to her before this album came out anyway, but I was just a fan. Yeah, I mean, we did an episode, I think back in like season 2, where we was talking about, like women in the industry that you should listen to, and
Mhm.
Sabrina Carpenter was on my list at
Okay.
that time. So number 7, Born in the Wild, Tim's. You know what I mean? Album
Love
that we
Tim.
reviewed this year that we all gave very favorable and high scores to. You know what I mean? Tim's debut album. You know what I mean? And it did what it was supposed to do. It was a solid body of work. Number 8, Please Don't Cry by Rhapsody. You know what I mean? I got
She
this
she,
John
she
to me.
deserves so many flowers, bro.
To me, like it was like a 3-way tie for like album for like women rap albums this year. For like it was Rhapsody, Doechii, and Love the Genius. They all 3 drop albums this year that was stupid fire, but Rhapsody just edged them out a little bit. You know what I mean, that's
Mhm.
also another album we reviewed. You know what I mean, got very high scores, very
Right,
favorable scores. You
right.
know what I mean, number 9, of course, that was like one of the first albums we reviewed this year, American Dream, 21 Savage, an album that I gave a 10. You know what I
Crazy.
mean? Because just from front to back, start to finish, that album is fire. You know what I mean? And 21 Savage, just one of my favorite artists. Period. You know what I mean? I've been a 21 fan since the beginning. You know what I mean? And then number 10, Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. You know what I mean? Another solid body of work. Another album with great replay value, fire features on there, great production once again by Tyler. You know what I mean? So that's my top 10.
You got half and half, bro. You got half women, half men.
You know, that's my top 10. And you'll see the top 25 tomorrow. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my top 10 right there. So, that's just a little best of 2024. You know what I mean? Right here, hopefully we'll next week we can get a list from Mile and Zell. You know what I mean? You
What
know.
happened to him?
I
The
don't know. I hit Zell up, you know what I mean? I don't know his phone. I don't think it's his I think his phone was off
There's
because
all types of shit happening today, huh?
it went straight to voicemail, so he probably,
Oh,
I mean. And then
don't
I hit
tell me you
Mallory up.
misogynist.
I hit Mile up, she ain't hit me back. So you know what I mean? They might be
Crazy.
busy. I don't know. But yeah, man. So make sure y'all check out tomorrow. Welcome to Hollywood. We back next week. You know what I mean, with another episode. I mean, next week we gotta get these songs out. You know what I mean, for this Kendrick John. We might have to
Mhm.
do the Kendrick selection show next week. You know what I mean?
We gonna be all right is one of the best ones though, bro. It's
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
kind of hard
Yeah.
to get
This
above
this this,
that.
this
I ain't
gonna
gonna
be
lie.
this gonna be narrowing it down to 32 is gonna be, you know what I mean? Like,
That's tough.
but yeah, the best we gonna
But
crown
if you could say your top 2 Kendrick songs, like what would you say?
my top 2.
Like just off rip, like what comes to mind when people say, "Yo, Kendrick ain't never came out with a fire song that you played." Like what would come? What would you be like? What songs would you put out to defend?
like if some just for niggas to listen to, like on some replay
Yeah.
volume type shit.
Where anywhere where it's like, no, nigga, these are my songs. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna run this back.
Oh, for me is Black of the Berry
Okay.
and Pride. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or I could say Fear and Duckworth. You know what I mean? Shit, Money Trees, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Which what's hard is that Kendrick's so fire that I'm gonna be mad because some of my favorite songs is his features too, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's what's that song he did with what's my boy name? Schoolboy Q.
What, Collard Green?
No.
No.
What is life for a nigga like me? Living out his backpack every night, need a new place to sleep. But this is now, nigga. One's for the money, two's for the bitches, three to get ready, cause I feel I finally did it. For the jealous rapper mad cause he finished. Turn that motherfucker to a crick. Man, I got so much shit up on my plate, dog. Hey, that's my shit, bro. Hey, them niggas slid on that, bro. I forget what's the song called, but that's my shit. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Schoolboy featuring Kendrick. Blessed.
Oh, Blessed. Yeah, Blessed.
Blessed. Yo.
Blessed. Yeah,
That's
Blessed.
my shit. That's my shit, bro. I done ran that song back like 20, probably way more than 20 times, bro. That's my shit. But yeah. So it's songs like that for me made me like a very strong Kendrick fan, but it's like that's not his song technically. So it's
right.
But Kendrick went crazy on that drum. If y'all ain't heard Blessed, Kendrick went crazy. Kendrick went crazy.
He definitely snapped on that drum. But we're gonna get into it. Kendrick Lamar selection show next week. We're gonna get the 32 best Kendrick songs. And I want to say now, Interception, of course. I'm gonna tell y'all now the criteria for this tournament. You know what I mean? Because we judging it song versus song. So production, subject matter, replay value. You know what I mean? Those are your three.
Say it one more time.
Production, subject matter / lyrical content, replay value. You know
that's four.
No, well, subject matter and lyrical content is basically the same thing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, those three, you know what I mean? So we might have a lot of 2-1s, we might have a lot of 3-0s, but we'll get into it. But before we get out of here, I want to give y'all the album of the week, and then we'll slide. Here's your album of the week right here.
That's what she said.
Album of the week is Glad You Came by Mario. You know what I mean? Just dropped on Friday the 13th. So Glad You Came by Mario. Yeah, album of the week. It's a solid drum. You know what I mean? I haven't listened to a Mario album in a long time. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check this joint out. And it did numbers. You know what I mean?
Another motherfucker that y'all didn't get mad at for destroying another artist, bro. That nigga killed. that nigga killed Omarion. That nigga murdered his ass.
Yeah, he smoked him. You know what I mean? It was a bad
joint. Yo. Y'all didn't get mad. That's crazy. That's crazy how many artists get away with killing other rappers lyrically or performance wise, whatever. But then when Kendrick do it, because it's Drake or J. Cole, y'all turn y'all back.
Bro. They wanted to turn them into victims. That's all. And Kendrick turned them into victims for real.
No, real talk.
But yeah, this album of the week, Glad You Came by Mario. Check that joint out. You know what I mean? It's a good joint. And we'll be back next week. It's the What It Sound Like podcast. We back next week. Also, Welcome to Hollywood is back tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it's been 2 months since my last Welcome to Hollywood episode, so I'm excited to get this one
We
underway.
also been missing talking about some battle raps, man. Battle rap been kind of went crazy
Yeah, battle
2024.
rap
Not
has
gonna
been
lie.
it's been on an upswing. You know what I mean, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
it's been
hold
on
you.
the upswing.
It's been you know it's making me think I should re-download this URL app. You know what I mean, I might have to re-download that joint.
It's
You
been
know,
some fire Jones, bro. Not gonna
I
lie.
did. What battle did I just watch? I just watched oh yeah, Mook and Arsenal.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Was it fire?
Yeah, Mook won that joint 3-0.
Mook won against Arsenal.
Yeah, he I'm
I'm
not
watching it right now because that sounds crazy to me.
bro. He smoked that nigga. Like,
What?
yeah, Mook 3-0.
No, 3-0 against
30.
Arsenal?
He smoked him.
Nah, bro. That's gotta be cap.
I'm not even capping with you. Mook smoked that nigga.
3-0?
3-0. 30.
Nah. Where am I finding this at?
Where the fuck? I watched that shit on Twitter. You know what I mean? So one of the battle rap pages I follow posted that joint. You know what I mean? I was watching it on Twitter.
That's
you know what I mean?
crazy.
I gotta see if let me see if I can find it so I can and then I'll shoot it to you.
All right, shoot it to me because I can't find it on YouTube. But 3-0 against Arsenal, bro, that's unheard of, bro. Our favorite rappers don't even do that, nigga. Fucking one of your favorite battle rappers is what's that nigga name from Wild and Out, bro?
Charlie?
Conceited. No, Conceited. Conceited didn't even 3-0 fucking Arsenal. So for the fact that you saying Murder Mook did, that speaks a lot of volume.
Mook with the 30.
Geechee got bodied by fucking Arsenal, and I'm a Geechee fan. So to hear that Murder Mook did it, that says a lot, nigga. That says a lot.
Yeah. Mook with the 3-0.
That's crazy. All right, yeah, send it to me. But yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, that's a bet. We'll be back next week. You know what I mean? It's